Dear Mooji, could you speak more about being in that larger consciousness or flow and to let the universe take care of you? Thank you. Kind regards, Regina. If I speak about being in that larger consciousness, it's a very relative way of speaking. But all speaking, obviously, is relative. Even speaking about the absolute is relative. It has to happen in duality. So, if I start to say, how to be in that larger consciousness, I am only addressing the consciousness itself that is temporary under the illusion that it is the body-mind. And if that belief and identity with the body-mind is very strong, then I have to address it as though it is the body-mind. But at the same time, I'm also reminding you, but you're not the body-mind. But because you are believing you are the body-mind, then my instructions at the body-mind level will be more appealing for you. But at the same time, because I know that you are not the body-mind, that you are the pure consciousness, I am mixing up my talk, and I think you will get it today. So being in that larger consciousness or flow and to let the universe take care of you. There's a subtle intuition and ability we all have as sentient beings, but let's speak of human being. You definitely have this intuition, this intuitive ability, that if you hear something and understanding happens, it immediately brings you into identity with that new perspective. It's like if you've been walking, suppose you are sitting in meditation and you're trying to focus on the self, but instead the dreaming mind comes. And then you find yourself walking along a beach. And it's a long walk. You walk 7 miles on this beach picking things up. But the instant you remember who you are, you don't have to walk 7 miles back. Isn't it? Instantly you find, but I'm just here. Those 7 mile walking only dreaming is not true. In the same way, I want to speak to you at that level. Being in that larger consciousness is what you are. That's the part which doesn't really move. The part that will make a journey is not this larger consciousness, which is the self. What needs to move is the apparent smaller consciousness, which is the ego mind. But this is not really what you are, but is what you believe, what we identify with. And because we so strongly identify with this, almost everything that you perceive has to filter through this consciousness. I am the person, you see. I am trying to break this. You see, I don't want to retrain you so much, more to shake you into waking up. I don't want to read to you a story about waking up, shaking, wake up, like this. Then when you wake up, you see that somehow, but I was just dreaming this thing. Could you speak more about being in that larger consciousness? When you don't identify with the thoughts that give you trouble, and all the thoughts that give you trouble are the thoughts that have the potential of identity in them. If there's identity in them, then they will have more glue power. They will have more magnetism. Because what is attracted to them is the consciousness that is in identification. And this is the ignorant consciousness, which is called the ego. You see? So it is the ego self, which is not real. It's only a projection. It's a modification. But it has power because belief, which comes from the self, is in it. And because belief is kind of like, it's almost like a psychic vital breath. When you believe in something, it comes to life. You put it to life. But it takes on the life which is you. And because you believe you're a person, I have to tell you, okay, when things arise in the mind and so on, be aware that they are just coming and going. And you yourself must confirm this. But of course it's coming and going. Has anything ever come and stayed? Nothing has come and stayed. Everything has come and moved on. Everything has come, moved on. And you know this because you have been always here to notice that everything, if you're 20 years old, for 20 years you've been watching stuff coming and moving on. Nothing has come and stayed. Even your sense of self, of identity, is not still. It comes and moves on. In the deep sleep, it's not there. So it must have moved on. Something knows this and is aware of this, and that something is really you, is the real you. And somehow reminding of this is coming. It's a movement of grace. because you don't even know how to remind yourself. You see? So reminding itself is happening by itself, you see? Then you say, being in that larger consciousness or flow, and let the universe take care of you. Each time you remember that you are just a witness, you don't interfere, don't be impatient, don't try to speed life up to fulfill your projections, then your heartbeat will also become more quiet, more soft. Your mind will become less busy, and your deeper perceptive powers will open up. You will see life not like slow motion, really. It's not really slow motion, but you'll be able to see it without panic. And when you can see without panic, then it's almost as though you begin to see with your real eyes, the eyes of understanding, not just physically seeing, but seeing with understanding, seeing with intuition, seeing with compassion, seeing fearlessly. All this seeing is there. And I call all these aspects of seeing together, I call them seeing with the eyes of God. And what are you seeing? That everything is taken care of when you're like this. That you don't have to worry. This seeing puts an end to worry. And what remains also is just that beautiful empty feeling of being. And don't give this to your mind, because your mind will make it dirty. This emptiness which is here, which you can experience even now as I'm speaking to you, because my words are really like a little bit of light turned on inside you, and it's not landing on any object. It's like a light, but it's not landing on any object. So there is immense space, and when you see like this, then nobody has to convince you. You'll know intuitive. Just like if you are living on an island and you have no doctors, no friends, or nothing. If you are sick, you don't need anybody to tell you you're sick. But you need to be sick. Then you will know when you're well. You can appreciate I am well. If you're never sick, you'll never even know you're well. You won't know I'm sick or I'm well. But when you taste sickness, then you can appreciate wellness, you see. So I hope this really helps you a bit to see. And thank you.